In this video, I'm going to show you how we can use Midjourney to do some tattoo mock-ups, kind of like these. So it won't get you all the way to a finished tattoo design, but you can do some pretty impressive mock-ups, and you can work with existing artwork, and you can describe things to it. And if someone is describing a tattoo, or you're describing a tattoo, whether you're the artist or you're actually getting that, you could work with a couple different ideas. Here's just some Japanese style, traditional Japanese style koi fish. Here's one that I tried to do of Gandalf. It's more of like I think this is like called realism. It's not really realism, but you know what I mean, right? It's not like, I try to get it to be like a traditional style, but I'm going to talk through how we would do the prompt. So I've got another video on how to set up Midjourney, so you would go do that, set it up on your Discord server, and when you're in there, we could start with something where we'll say imagine, right? And then I'll paste in this prompt that I have. So I said tattoo design for, and I'm going to say samurai in traditional Japanese style, and then I have these dashes, and I'm going to say Q2, which just means quality level 2, and basically I don't have to put that in there. I can actually hit up on my keyboard and then just go back to just a normal representation here, and if I hit up again, I could say on arm sleeve. So I could get a couple different versions mocked up here, where I'm going to have the samurai in the traditional style with a quality up, no quality up, and then an arm sleeve mock-up with it actually on somebody's arm. So I'm going to have a couple different ideas, and I'm not going to have to draw these out, so I think that this is definitely a lot of time gained if you are a if you're an artist, right, and you want to just show some people some ideas, and you want to take that and go back with it. So we got a couple of cool things working here. These are a little bit more in line with, these are cool, right? So let's say, for instance, we wanted one of these that are mocked up on the arm. So let's say we want this one on the right here in the 4th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is how it stacks. I'll say that I want to upscale 4. So I'm going to say, hey, give me 4. Let's start working with that one. We'll also say that we like 3, and we'll take that one. And cool. And then also I'm going to basically hit this button, which just means like, hey, spin that again. Give me another version of what you just gave me there. These are some pretty cool designs, right? Maybe these are a little bit too complex. So what we can do is we can actually pitch for a different tattoo style entirely. So we can move away from Japanese style, and we can move to like a neo-traditional. So I'm changing the prompt to just say tattoo design for samurai in neo-traditional style on an arm sleeve. So we're going to get, and I don't really know what this qualifies, so don't shoot me on whether or not this actually matches a style type. But right here, cool. So we have this pretty sick sleeve design right here. Obviously, you could take this, mock this up, work this into something, but this general artistic direction could be something that you could clear with a client and then move forward. At least in my mind, I'd be really happy to be able to bring somebody something cool like this and say like, hey, I want something pretty much like this, and then work my way out from there. All right, so I'm going to start asking for some other stuff to see if it could generate what I found online to say stick and poke style. I actually don't know what these styles are called, but I said a drog. That is going to turn out so weird. I meant a frog, right? So we're going to see what a drog looks like here in a second, but we're also going to see what a frog. Just wanted to see like a frog with a rifle, and I just thought that would be a cool idea for just like a little frog chilling there. And then another thing I could say is like, I'll just say for B, and we'll just see get a B. The drog, that's going to turn out very interesting. So, and I don't know if this is necessarily going to turn out what would be considered stick and poke, or if it's even going to call that out. This looks like some cool like pencil work, I think. A frog with a rifle. There we go. Cool. Some interesting ideas right there. Okay, we got the bee cooking. And at any point in time, you could just run these again if you just don't like it. And if you want variants of any sort of one of these, if you want like a variant of like this one, you just go and you would say just V1 on that one to get variants of this first one. So with the B, really cool. Let me go ahead and say for the B, I'm actually going to get U1. I'm going to grab that. Let's see if we can do some other stuff, because overall, not exactly what I was looking for, but let's see what else we can get. All right, so I'm going to ask for a design for a eagle holding a bomb, like an old school American traditional tattoo style, and I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to ask for like a pinup World War II era pinup girl, World War II style, World War II era. You got to be careful with your words. So pinup won't let you do that. So let's say just girl, and I'm gonna say like poster girl, because maybe it'll infer that I'm talking about that. Okay, cool. So we got some of these designs. They seem like graphics. So with this, what we could do to maybe refine this is we could try to hit imagine, pass this in, and we'll say arm sleeve tattoo design for eagle holding a bomb in old school American traditional style. Now this didn't really do what I was wanting it to. Not that it can't, you just have to play with the prompt to kind of get things to work all the way out. So, and eventually we will be able to find the prompt that gets it to fit the way we want. So I'm going to change the prompt to say vintage artwork for the poster girl. So I want to see if we can get something like that. And then maybe what I'll do is I'm going to change it. Take out poster. And I'm going to try to fit pin up in there, but not pin up. And I'm going to see that if it still interprets it. And hopefully it will. So we're getting to some stuff that looks a little bit closer like what we would want. But I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take one of these prompts and we're going to say full body. Because a lot of times it's like them standing up and they look like a cartoon or like whatever. So we're going to see if full body works at all. Because we do have some of the elements of it leaning more into tattoo artwork, but we're not quite there. I'm going to change some of the words. Like I'm going to remove like World War II era. I'm going to see if I can move maybe the design to the front. So maybe you'll say like American or Americana, and then I'm going to add old school, and I'm going to see if that starts to head us in the direction of what we want. Okay, so I tried to take the prompt all the way down to its roots, and I tried to use words like sailor style, but it just ended up getting me all these kind of like sailor tattoo ideas, and it hit a little bit on it, but ultimately these are probably good enough direction to send you down a path where you could use these as more of a guide than really like a full-on success like design, like just print it and start going. These are some cool ones that it just made up. Like these are not real tattoos. These are just kind of they're made up, right? But they could give you some foundation to start and at least show somebody something before it's even out. I like that you can say on arm sleeve and you can get something like that. I'm going to try some different styles. So I'm actually just going to roll with like a, let's see, a tattoo design of Scarface portrait in realistic style on arm sleeve. And so we'll see if this comes out with a like a Scarface portrait tattoo, right? Cool. So the Scarface one came out pretty interesting. Definitely a cool like starter mock-up, right? Now I threw in for it black and gray style. It's like a Darth Vader tattoo, but I said on leg, sleeve, calf, right? So this is specifically saying put this on somebody's calf to show the placement of it. So I'm interested to see where that goes. And it's kind of still forming, but I think that we're going to have something pretty interesting here. And I think it is going to be on the calf. Even if it's not, you know, it's just a mock-up, so it could be on the back of the arm or whatever. Yeah, cool. So this is a pretty good mock-up, right, of like, hey, you want a Darth Vader on your calf, right? So let's take this and we'll just make it like the most ridiculous idea ever. So we'll say Darth Vader holding a squirt gun. I don't know, right? Or like, we'll say like hugging Jar Jar Binks. If you know Star Wars, like this is like ridiculous. But I want to see if it makes a tattoo of this happening, right? I think it'd be very interesting. Now, it may take a squirt gun, it may turn Darth Vader into a squirt gun. You have like literally no idea. It may just give him like a blaster. There's no telling where this is going to go. Let's see what this gives out. Oh wow, I think it. Ha, that's funny. Okay, so no squirt gun. We have something that looks kind of like Darth Vader with some little creature who's not a Star Wars character, but I think there's definitely room for him now. So, I think there's definitely some room for that. I think this one is also going to equally give. Yep. So when you try to mash characters together, it can get pretty crazy, right? So if I go, like, I think it knows who Jar Jar Binks is, so we could definitely fire this off, and we can see. Let me just hit up one, and I'm going to say, instead of this, all right, hold on a second. Sometimes these prompts, when you're copying and pasting them into Discord, it can get a little tricky. So I'm going to change the prompt completely to be a neo-traditional full-color Jar Jar Binks only, just to show you that I'm pretty sure it knows who Jar Jar Binks is, and I'm thinking that it'll make a design for that. And this is so ridiculous that if it comes out with a neo-traditional Jar Jar Binks full color, right? Like, I'm not saying I have to. Oh, actually, I don't think it does know who Jar Jar Binks is, or maybe it's screwing up. Maybe I need to say like Jar Jar, or something, because it's turning out this really weird looking rat thing. That's not Jar Jar Binks, but let's see. And the thing that is cooking up over here, that's not Jar Jar Binks, right? So, funny, Jar Jar Binks has been omitted from Midjourney's learning capability. We got some, these are definitely original designs, no clue what that is. This is some sort of sci-fi Marvel chihuahua thing. Pretty intriguing, pretty colorful, but super weird. Now, I bet you it'll know how to do, like if I say Yoda or Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think I just said Yoda Binks, so watch out for that. Yeah, I said Yoda Binks, so that's not a thing. So the Kenobi ones came out pretty cool, actually. They have this like weird sort of geometry thing going on, but I'm digging it. I think it's pretty neat. So maybe actually just gonna like save one or two of these. But I'm actually gonna rerun this, and I'm gonna say image with lightsaber, and see if that pushes out. And right here, the Yoda definitely, or Yoda Binks, that's not a thing, but what I want to do is take that, I'm going to run through, I'm going to say like for buff Yoda. So we get like Yoda. It's once again crazy. Muscular body builder Yoda. All right, so I want to see if we can get buff Yoda. Now the Obi-Wan came out pretty cool, but it does screw up lightsabers and swords and weapons pretty good. It's not good at that, but I like the direction it's headed in, so we're gonna take that. But this is really cool, right? So if this was something that AI had going on, like as a basic design, like an artist could stitch together all of the mess ups here and pull something coherent together. So I think that that's really cool. Okay, so this is not a buff yet. He does have some calves though. Only in this picture he has some calf muscles. So I think that's pretty interesting. Oh wow, look at this. This is crazy. So it looks exactly and it's stitched it with somebody else's tattoos. It's actually overlaid this tattoo onto someone else's tattoo photo with AI. This looks like somebody got this actual tattoo, but they didn't. Crazy. Very crazy. Wow. Look at this one. This is great. With a lightsaber that isn't jacked up. It's like he's not holding it though. So I'm just going to rerun that again, or I'm actually going to ask for some variations of 3 and see if we can get like an actual Obi-Wan. And see like again, see it actually put that on. If you're not careful, somebody could run around saying that they're actually doing these tattoos. But hey, overall, a lot of different styles, a lot of different opportunities, things you could test out with. You could ask for different styles, a lot of different directions that you can go, right? So overall, just play with it. Hope that this video was helpful. I know it was a little long here, but if it helped you out, throw it a like, and thanks for watching.